gonna say, happy 2020. We made it. We're still on the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you all for watching. And I think in this section of my vlog, I am going to talk about something that has helped me throughout my career and my path in life, that when I heard about it in my early 20s, it just completely made life so much better in terms of where it was going and in terms of what I was doing. And that thing I want to talk to you guys about is goals. You need to have a goal, you need to have a direction and a path of where you're going. Because a ship with no sail, if it doesn't have a compass, is not going to know where it's going. And if you want to get to the island and you have no compass, you'll never get there. So a little bit about some of my goals this year. I really plan to upload to this channel a lot more frequently. Of course, I'm going to be doing a lot more work, but for you that view my content and for you that subscribe, it's not fair that I'm only bringing out content once or twice or whenever. So I'm going to try to dedicate at least some of my days to bringing out content so that you guys could tune in and listen to some of the wisdom that I have to share, especially about photography and videography. So every week on the channel, like I said, I'm going to be bringing you guys some kind of insight in videography or photography or things that I might learn throughout my career as a photographer, videographer, content creator, whatever you want to call me, by chance. Alright, so let's shuffle the deck nice and good and see what we pull out today. Alright, so today we will be talking about, histogram. So what's a histogram? Well, in brief, a histogram is a visual representation of the blacks, midtones, whites, and shadows, all in your image. Basically, how much information is inside the image to give you a better exposure. And usually when you're using your histogram, you want to have it as balanced and as even as possible when it comes to capturing a well-exposed image. So let's take this little diagram here. A well-balanced histogram should look kind of like this, really similar. But in all situations, you're not really going to get a balanced histogram. Say you're shooting at night and it's dark. But one of the easiest ways to balance your histogram is to add external light sources like flashes or strobes or any kind of light source. Even if you don't have a light, try getting under the street lamp. It would make your image look a lot better, especially when you're exposing for photo shoots and any run and gun filmmaking, especially if you don't have a big budget or if you don't have any equipment. So for example, say you're shooting in a low light situation, a scenario where it's dark, but you added some light to your subject and you realize on the LCD screen or inside the viewfinder that is well exposed to the naked eye. But then when you look at your histogram, you realize that it's far going to the zero range. That means that it's underexposed, which means you need to add more light into your subject. So to compensate for not having light, just add some more light and it's gonna help. So now you guys know what a histogram is and what it does. We're gonna open up Lightroom and I'm gonna show you exactly what the histogram does, what it can do for your image, and how to read it. So let's go into Lightroom. So we're here in Lightroom and I just pulled up this photo that I took when I was visiting my friends in LA at Laguna Beach. So you can see right now it was a nice silhouetted image. It was just after sunset, so it's a bit on the darker side. So to explain the values of what a histogram does, let's look right here at this little section. This right here is a histogram, so it controls your blacks, your shadows, exposure, highlights, and whites. So if I drag this all the way this direction, you see that the image becomes blown out and that is just pure white. If I drag it all the way to the left, then you see it's pure darkness. But that's sweet spot. But that balance right now comes from having the histogram at least somewhat straight on. Not too far left or not too far right, but somewhere in the middle. Somewhere nice and flat, nice and balanced. And you could do all this from Lightroom, especially when you're editing your photos. You can adjust the exposure, you can adjust the contrast, the shadows, the blacks, whites, specifically to suit your needs. So the question is, does every histogram look the same? Well, no, because every situation is going to be different and every photo is going to be different. So you're not going to have a histogram that's one cut and dry, complete standard for when you're taking your photo. Really, it's just there as a guideline so you can get better photos or get better video or get better images based on the environment that you're in. I hope that guys help you, and I hope it helps you to take more beautiful photos and beautiful images. And thank you for watching the channel. Peace. So like I said, each week I'm going to be bringing you guys some new control the exposure. Alright, sweet. Is about to die. I was just about to start this vlog. Oh boy. So ill prepared.